it's me Selina from Vintage Gaudi. Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel and welcome to another flea market toy hunting tour video. Today is the 7th of March and I decided to go to a flea market in Zurich. It is, not quite 9 o'clock in the morning yet, so I'm quite early here. It was a spontaneous decision to come here because actually I want to go to Zurich because of an other reason. I need to do some bureaucracy stuff and then I decided, well, in Zurich there is this flea market all year round, why not go there as well? So yeah, I'm standing here right in front of the flea market and I will see what they have for me. If they have something nice for me, that would be great. Already looking promising. Is this made to move? She's cool. Is this blade or what was this called? Brad blade? Something like that? Let's see. Breads or mycene? Oh my god, sometimes I'm quite sure it's a bread and then I'm sure it's a mycene. I think mycene. Right. Soccer player. What's this? Not really my style. In terms of fashion, sure. 2000s Kelly.
Na, Medi, Gumles, Chibak, Mire. Tu. Ci vele Slovak.
Saat und dann besser du?
Ja, alles morgen. Nicht schon allem.
Hey!
Is this a share doll? She's cute. Cute Teresa. 70's skin. I'm wondering how much 70's can would cost. I just saw this must be free moving Ken. I do have free moving Curtis. That would be amazing if I get Ken too. So I'm wondering how much he is. He's not wearing his original outfit, but I mean, if I have both of them, that would be great. super dirty boxes. So I don't know why, but I kind of got attracted by super dirty boxes. I think this one is not really something for me. Don't think so. Besides, we got this. It's cute, snow white. She has nice colors, so the colors of her hair is pastel, but I'm not sure if she came like this or if they painted her like this. Not for sure newer. What do we have here? Clone doll. I think this is a vest from Kida from Atlantis. Steffi, some loose legs. I think they're authentic Barbie legs in there, but just the legs. We got a newer Polly Pocket, but definitely not the one that I'm interested. I was looking for some fashions. This one looks really cool, but yeah, not the fiber that I'm looking for.
Zit er vroeg nog een week, zit er vroeg nog.
Ah, ja, alles klar, danke. Some Smurfs. Cute, but I don't really know. There are some that are worth money, a lot of money, but not all. So, yeah, not sure. Not interested in them, but still cute to see. Ja, mega süß. the stain. This bedding looks something like 90's to me. This is actually pretty. Unfortunately, er stains on.
Hallo, kan ik die kleider hier brengen lassen en kan hem weiter schauen? Geen probleem, niet bij de hand hebben. Is alles goed. Kan je er hier of daar lassen?
I see some Barbie horses. Kan ik daar maar reinschauen?
Ja. Nehmen uns die Schuhe an.
This is missing a leg. These are definitely horses from my friend Sandy, but and definitely Barbie horses for Barbies. Oh, the leg is down there. Cute, but not mine. And now, welcome to the whole part of this video. As you can see, I didn't buy much today at this flea market, but this flea market has definitely been promising actually. There's been a lot of sellers who have sold different toys of all kind, and yeah, there have been sellers with boxes full of Barbies. Unfortunately, not really the Barbies that I'm looking for, except one doll that I was really exciting to see there. So I have picked up this stunning 70's Ken doll, and it is not just a Ken doll, it is actually the free moving Ken. So that is absolutely great, because I have found last year on the very last flea market that I have went last year, the free moving Curtis at a flea market for only 2 Swiss francs, and I had no idea about this line, this free moving line. So but thanks to Curtis, I know that there has been like a Ken, obviously a Barbie too, and a Cara or Cara. So when I was today at this flea market and I saw this Ken, I was like, oh, 70's Ken, probably super expensive. And then I turned off the camera and watched him closer and was like, wait a second, this could actually be the free moving Ken. I turned in the camera again and then I saw, wow, yes, it is the free moving Ken, also because of this mechanism here in the back, which is basically like a holder, and then with this joint ball here you can make him move around. And I knew this mechanism from Curtis back then, so I definitely recognize this one here. And yeah, now I have the Ken to my Curtis actually, and that is so cool. This Ken doll I paid 10 Swiss francs. I'm not sure if it's worth it or not, because Ken is not wearing his original outfit, but Ken is in a really good condition actually. So what I've seen just from underneath the shirt, it looks quite good. Not sure about the legs itself, but other than that he looks in a kind of good condition actually. What he's wearing is not Ken, or is not his original outfit, as I mentioned before. So someone knitted this pullover. This is probably not Barbie. I've never seen this type of thing that Barbie would wear. There is knitting fashion that Barbie is wearing. So Barbie had a knitting line actually, but this is definitely not. So someone made this for this Ken doll. I will not keep it. I'm not someone who wants to keep like these self-made things, but I might redonate it. It looks cool. Then trouser wise, I think these are also not his trousers, because he should come with like a sort of a short overall, so like with shorts and a t-shirt, but they are sewn together. And he's wearing these white trousers here, who are super stained on the bottom of the trousers, so they definitely need to be cleaned. But I'm kind of sure they could be Barbie, but or Ken, of course, but I'm not. I don't think they came with this specific Ken line. So I will clean it, try to remove these stains that this trousers has on, and then maybe use for another doll who is missing the outfit, or I might give it back to him because I don't have his original outfit. So I kind of will put something together. This free moving line actually came with some utensils that you can do different sports. So one piece or one item was actually a tennis racket, so you could play tennis with the dolls. But also I think the cans were released also with like a golf ball set, so playing golf and so on. So they were the pieces that came with this set. I couldn't find it there, so I think they are lost or whatever happens to them. So, but to come back to the topic in terms of outfit, I kind of think I will put him together in an outfit more like tennis themed or so. Shoe wise, these are definitely Ken shoes, so these are authentic shoes. But also here, I don't think they are the ones that belong to him. This looks more 80s to me than 70s. This Ken or the free moving line came out, I think, somewhat in 1974, 1975, in that time period around. But I mean, for 10 Swiss francs, I think it's a great deal. The doll is in good condition. I got a pair of Ken shoes. I got these trousers in a, used condition. But I mean, the main character here, so I think he's actually a great deal. No comparison to Curtis, because for Curtis I only paid 2 Swiss francs back then. But I mean, I do have now the second doll from this free moving line, and I'm super happy for it. So Curtis does have a companion right now. This is the face from the free moving Ken. So whenever I see these Kens, this is like a typical 70s Ken face. It reminds me somewhat of Leonard Nimoy or so. No offense to it, but it has this shape. So I always, when I see them like in the wild, I'm like, oh, a Leonard Nimoy Ken. So, but that is just me, because this reminds me of the person. Markings here on the back says 1968, Mattel Inc., Taiwan, US patent pending. And yeah, I shortly showed you this mechanism here that you can pull down, and then you can hold his legs and move his upper body part, his torso around. So yeah, that is this Ken. It is not cleaned yet, so everything needs to be cleaned after the video. That is so far for me actually the highlight, the Ken, the free moving Ken. But also I have found some watches, some Swiss watches. Let me say, so far I didn't pick up any watches yet in this whole history of me going to flea markets, but I have every now and then seen some watches that I was interested. But then I was also thinking, should I need to start buying watches? No. But somehow this year 2026 put a thing in my brain, kind of like put this piece in my brain, you need to start collecting watches. What I will not do is start to overwhelming collecting watches or so, but I will start to collect watches that I really like, and not specifically to grow in worth or so, because I want to use them actually. I want to use these watches. I think they need their moments and so on, but I also will just pick up the watches that I like. So every now and then on one of my YouTube videos, you might see a watch that I will pick up. And it happens this time, the first time, when I picked up these two watches actually. So both of these watches were 5 Swiss francs each, which makes it 10 Swiss francs. So for this whole lot, I paid 20 Swiss francs. I think it's okay for 10 Swiss francs for this doll. For the watches, I think it's also fair price. These are not high quality watches. This is not a Swatch or like a Rolex or something like that. So that would be too expensive even in flea markets. They are selling some of these high-end brand watches at flea markets too, but also then they have kind of a high price. But I'm focusing on the watches that I like, that are in the time period of the 80s and 90s, and I thought these two watches represents that perfectly. So in this time period, I would label them like late 80s, early 90s, kind of type of thing. I tried to research, but it was hard to find any information about this brand. So this is not a really well-known brand in Switzerland, or at least I couldn't find really much information about it. So I also think these are not worth hundreds of Swiss francs, these watches. So these are cheap watches, but from the style they're looking cool. So therefore I could also not find out from what year these watches are, but from the type the ribbon is made, or the color scheme, I would say late 80s, early 90s, early to mid 90s would be a perfect match actually to order this in a timestamp. But as I mentioned, I have no proof of it. I tried to research, but there was only one of the same brand watch showing up, and that one was put on an online auction for 15, that one watch, but wasn't bought yet. So I think these watches here from this brand are not worth that much. So 5 each was actually a great price for me. This watch is not what I also, okay, I let me fool myself actually, because I read there at the flea market Casio Swiss. Casio is also a watch brand, but also they are doing like calculators. So you probably know Casio from calculators, but they are doing also watches. And I was thinking, oh, look, Casio, Swiss, how nice. Okay, great. No, it does not say Casio, it says Casino. So a Casino Swiss watch. Still I could not find out more information about it. So I typed in Google, Casino Swiss watch. No, it showed up a lot of watches, but then it showed up the watches from Casio and not from Casino, because Google search meant, oh, you have mistyped yourself. Doesn't you mean Casio? And I was like, no, I mean Casino. Search for Casino. Even with this one here, having the original box, and I Google lensed it could not find more information about it. So I don't know where they're from. I'm probably assuming Switzerland, but from what year and so on. Anyways, this is how the watch looks like. And I picked it up also because the inlay here looks so, late 80s, early 90s to me, early to mid 90s, with these geometric shapes here. We have a square, we have a round shape, we have triangles and so on, and in these different colors. And I think it looks really, really cool. And here again is Casino Swiss. Unfortunately, the both watches do not work, but I kind of expected that actually. So I wanted to make them work for the video, but I couldn't find the correct battery. So first of all, these are super easy watches. You can kind of slide out this bracelet piece or this ribbon, and then you have just this piece here in your hand. So you're just having then like something like this. And then there is a lid here, this black lid that you need to open, and then it reveals the all the technical stuff from this watch, plus including the battery. For that, I needed to remove the battery. I needed to buy a specific tools. So I went to a store which is selling tools, and I had to buy this piece here because this is one that has the tiniest screwdriver that I have ever seen. So I'm not sure if you can focus correctly, but you see here the front, it is 1 millimeter. That is tiny, and that one was just enough. This one here, the smallest one, was just enough to open the screw from the lid of this cap here, or of this watch. So to remove the cap, and in there was the battery, and to open the battery piece, that was the tiniest screw that I've ever seen. And since I didn't have so tiny screwdrivers, I went to this tool store, bought this piece, or this etui with different screwdrivers in there, and removed it. Then it showed up this battery here. So this is the original battery that has been in this watch. Then, next problem, I don't have this battery at home. So what else to do? I tried to research, where can I find this battery, where can I go with it, blah, 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 blah. And I went to different stores, tried to buy this type of battery. And guess what? None of them had this exact type of battery. I bought one, but I didn't recognize that this one here is bigger in size, unfortunately, so it does not fit. That means I had to go to online and I had to rebuy this battery, which means it does not make it for this video. So I cannot show you if these watches really work or not. It could be that they don't even work when a new battery is in there. It could be, but well, that's the risk at this flea market. So no one is guaranteeing you that the watch is actually working. Still, it looks really cool from the color scheme. Now, you see, I have picked up this one here that is still in the box. They are the same. So, wait, let me just show you. They're really exactly the same, except for the bracelet part here, for the ribbon part. So, but here the inside, you see, they are the exact same one. Both says Casino Swiss. Also, this is pink here, as well as this one. But the ribbon part is slightly different. So, of course, I mean, they use the same material. Probably this was like a super long square or rectangular of the same material, and they cut it. But the paintings here was not all in the same order, and that is what makes it a little bit different than the other ones. So they're not one-to-one exact the same, but they're using the same color scheme, of course. So you can see here, even if I'm changing it a little bit this way, it looks different. This piece is already different to this one here. Down here the color scheme is a little bit different, etc. So may you think, why did you pick up two of the exact same ones? I picked them up because I like these tiny little differences of them, and I thought this one still comes in the original box. Oh, it comes in the original box, but also with the instructions. So down here are the original instructions, and then I saw this one next to it, and I guessed, well, let me pick both of them. These two watches are not on the video footage because I didn't originally really wanted to buy them, but I was grabbing through this watch box, and then kind of got an impulse buy thing, and I ended up with them. I don't regret. I hope the batteries will do the magic trick and they actually work, then so I can wear them. If not, well, they're looking cute anyway, so yeah. But here we go with the instruction. It is, maybe it says it in English as well. Quartz precision, water resistant to 100 feet or 30 meters. So both of these watches are water resistant, which is also great actually. So you can go and like have a swim or so, and the watch will not be destroyed. Technically, it's not instructions. Technically, this is the guarantee. So here it says the guarantee for this watch. The guarantee is 1 year after the purchase. But I don't know when it was purchased back then, so anyways, not valid anymore. But how I like this one. I think it looks really cute. Both watches, even though they are the exact same, or not the exact same, let's say 85% the same or so, or 90% the same, but still this color scheme, this vibe they're giving to me, I think they're really, really, really cool. This bracelet piece is actually stretch. So this is like an elastic band. Yeah, elastic band. That's the word that I was searching. So it is elastic. That is great. So you can adjust it as you want on your wrist. I didn't really figure out how to put it on my wrist the best way. So I thought you need to go from the lower to the top here. But then when you close this lid, it gives this feeling. So I wasn't thinking you overlay it and then this piece hold it in place, but then it got super chunky here. Then I was thinking, maybe that's not the correct way. Maybe you have to go from top down to the bottom, which would make a little bit more sense. So you do that and close it. Then here it is like even. And this extra fabric piece you put in here, and then it is like kind of secured and everything, and then you kind of flip it over your hands and you wear it. So I think that's the correct way of wearing it. But again, I don't really know about it. But still, actually, it is surprisingly comfortable, this watch. And yeah, there have been like theories or even maybe some kniges that mean women have to wear the watch on one side and men wear it on the other side. And I know I'm wearing it probably on the wrong side, but this side here on my right arm, I feel the most comfortable wearing my watches. So eventually there is like this, yeah, is it stereotypical thing that says women should wear it on the left, or maybe it is vice versa. I cannot tell you, but I know for a fact there is like this unscripted rule that women have to wear it on one side of the arm and the men wear it on the other side. However, I wear it where I'm most comfortable with, and so I end up wearing all my watches on my right arm here. So yeah, I think for me it's the most practical way. Looking or wearing this watch, it gives me this, it gives me this 90s feeling to it, and I think it looks really, really cool. Combined with a maybe a 3/4 sleeve pullover or so that you can actually see this watch. I think this is actually really a show catcher, right? It should be like a show catcher. So anyways, this is what I have found and I wanted to show you for this flea market. I really hope you like this video. Please go and check out more videos on my YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button and we'll see you in the next video with Vintage Gaudi. Bye!